Good morning, traders. Welcome to Beyond Profile. Today is Monday, March 14th, and the markets are in a very nice balanced trading area all night. Have been auctioning from 1290s roughly back to 1300s, 10-point range back and forth, and this comes on the heels after the weekend, after the Japanese earthquake, tsunami, and the nuclear plant issues that we have going on still. Friday's trading candle really is an engulfing pattern. It engulfed Thursday's candle. We rallied back to this high volume area, just shy of it. Actually, we were like, what, 3.5, I think was the high. You can see that this node here is like, really it was the high now because we've had a lot of volume go off at that level. Technical gap would be back up into this area here. If they pushed it. Now keep in mind this is a 24-hour chart, so this is not a regular session chart, but our range where we're auctioning right now is inside of the real body from Friday. So no major moves here in this market in the overnight session. Yeah, it's got a nice 10-point range, but nothing as far as a 20-point drop or something after the Nikkei is down. I think closed it down 6% this morning. So we're not seeing any of that in our markets. And one of the questions we have to ask ourselves, just kind of eliminate, if you will, all of the news that was on the TV and look at the markets from just the auctioning perspective. And if this is a market that is going to hold up here, we could easily run higher. All right, this market could just continue to auction further up in the range here, and as you can see here in the overnight session, let me pull the 60-minute chart into the window. You can really see the auctioning process very nicely. I mean, it's very well balanced trade. Okay, very well balanced. Here's the lows from Friday session, 78.50. That was in the Globex, and then we obviously closed up here. You can see where we went in the overnight. All we're doing really is backfilling some of this. You actually have some higher low pivots forming in the overnight or in the Globex session here. I mean, they are slightly rising, and as we're getting closer to the open here, we're pushing right back up against the value area low here of 1292, 1291.5, and Friday's point of control, which is 1290.50. So this is a market that is got an acceptance of value right here, and something will knock it out of this balance area. Whether it be news, whether it be more buying, whether it be more selling, we'll get an imbalanced state that will push this market up and out of this area. So as I was telling everybody in the room this morning, we just have to read the charts for what they're doing. Turn your TVs off and don't, again, it's all right to know what's going on in the world, but just pay attention to the auctioning of what the market is trying to do as far as structure is concerned. Because what you don't want to do is build a bias in one direction and totally miss out on where the market really is going. So right now, what we really ought to be looking at is if this holds at the open, we buy the lows to take it back up to the 1300, 1299 level and play this range back and forth, this auctioning range. That's what the market's doing. That's what we ought to do too, until it gets knocked outside of the current balance area of the Globex highs and the Globex low territory. That's our first reference points as far as going into this morning's market. So for the trading day today, we don't really have much on tap as far as economic data. It's pretty wide open. One of the things though we want to focus in on again is this balance here that we've got. And Nasdaq's the same situation here. The euro had traded a lot higher at the Globex open. Oil market has kind of been all over too. I mean, there was some expectations in that market would see. I think we actually opened and we were a lot lower in the overnight. Yeah, we're still holding about 99.78. I mean, there was a gap down in the market, but it's still not anywhere near the top of that prior breakout area, which would have been the $96 level. So oil still, for the most part, we would call it having an acceptance outside of the prior value area in the market. Here's the daily oil chart, and again you can see where we've come back into. This would have been the area of significance, 96.75s or so. Is this going to be a higher low pivot here today? We're coming really back into a prior balance area here anyways, where we had auctioned from really 100 to 96.75s. So this market technically could come all the way back into here, and we could actually build a larger balance area. 6s to 96s is about a 10-point range in the oil market. So again, everything's going to be very volatile. as it continues. Watch the VIX. If the VIX is moving in one direction, if it's moving up today, we may be seeing a little bit more protection being bought. But we've definitely got volatility. Anytime that VIX reading gets back up into those levels, again, don't overstay your welcome. Always have tight stops. I know it's tough sometimes in these volatile markets to have tight stops, but you got to keep, you got to live to see another day. So be careful. Expect a lot of volatility. 1 minute we could be up 10 points. The next minute we could be down 10 points. So just be safe. All right, folks. We'll see you in the trading room, and have a good trading day.